All right, hello. Well, this week we are going to be doing some collage. So last year we did this keyhole collage. We're going to do it a little different this year. We're not going to do this keyhole part, but we are still going to do the collage. So your collage will need a background, okay, your sky, your horizon line. It will need a midground, so kind of like, the hills back here. Even this house could be kind of midground, and then it's going to need a foreground, so something right up in front. And so yeah, so collage is basically just sticking pieces of paper on another piece of paper. I don't know, it's kind of just, it's a fun art form. It is time consuming, so this will take a little bit of your time, but I know that you guys will do a great job. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to, in class, I think we're going to work on this front portion. So what I'm going to do different this year is we are just going to take a piece of black cardstock, and we are going to cut out an oval instead of a keyhole. So it'll just be kind of just a frame. It'll be just a nice clean frame. So I'm going to put you on fast forward and cut out my frame, and then I'll be back. All right, so I got that cut out, and this is the side I wrote on with the pencil, so I'm going to flip it over. Actually, yeah, I'm going to flip it over right now. All right, so I cut down this paper to make sure it fit inside of your sketchbook, because you're going to glue it in there at the very end. So all I'm going to do is take my pencil again. I'm going to line it up. So I'm going to line it up with the outside of my paper, so that I know those corners are perfect. And I cut it so that it will be just, everything will still be able to move freely. And then I am going to lightly trace the inside of my oval. Now it's not a perfect oval, but it's pretty good. It kind of looks like a porthole almost, but and this is where I'm going to fill in with my collage. So where on earth do you get all these pictures? Well, most of mine came from magazines. I kind of dug through some magazines and found some different pages. I will bring probably some magazines to class, because I know not everybody has an abundance of magazines, so it might be difficult, but there's lots of places you can get pictures. You could even print them offline. So I will have some of these calendars. You can use elements. You cannot just cut out an oval and plunk it down on your page. They need to be cut apart elements. Like you could cut out the sky and the mountains here and use that as your background. Let's see. This one, gorgeous sky, you could cut that out and use that as your background. Now, you could only use portions of it. You can't use all of it. So, you could cut it off at the mountain, and that could be your background. Again, that one you could use, parts of that for background. You could cut out some of these. Oh, these would be cool. You could cut out some sunflowers and put them right in your foreground, kind of like I did with these flowers here. I'm going to do that in mine as well. So lots of options. This could be a little bit of foreground, another beautiful sky. That's a great sky. So I will bring some resources for you that you can maybe pull a couple things out of and then find some more stuff at home. All right, so I've already gone through and cut out mine. I just want to show you the process because it is kind of a tricky process. It's a lot of going back and forth. It's a lot of adjusting, and it's a lot of like holding and gluing carefully. Yeah, so it's not quite as cut and dry as it would seem. But this line in the background gives you a kind of, you know, this sky would be too low because I know my frame is going to fall right there. So I need to make sure that whatever I do, that sky at least touches that line. So then when I place that over, I know it's in the right spot. And I am going to mark on my pencil side which side is the top. Otherwise, since it is not a perfect oval by any means, I will get lost. So I know that if I line things up with that top edge, okay, so now you see things poking out. I just have to make sure and cut it to size before I glue it down. Okay, so there's my sky. I'm going to come in with these mountains, and I'm going to go up over my sky a little ways because I want it to kind of peek up in there. I don't want to take up my whole page with the sky. All right, and then I cut out some buffalo. These are going to be kind of my midground. But I also like this little green lake. So I'm going to kind of tuck it in like that. All right. And then my foreground, I have these flowers. Now, it's not enough because I made my oval bigger. In my sample, my oval was smaller. So I'm going to have to do some digging and find another element to go there. And actually, I don't really like that tall one. So, yeah, I'm going to cut that part off when I put you on fast forward. And then I am going to find another element to put right there. Also, I don't really like, this was a countertop ad from a magazine. So I'm going to cut out this little mountain right here and add him right there. I could put in a house, you know, kind of in the midground. But I don't think I want a house. I want to tuck another little mountain in here. Yeah, see, I cut all this stuff before I had a different size. That's all right. All right, so I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to fussy cut that. That's what that's called, fussy cutting. Get ready. I could, nope, I couldn't. So yeah, so I will be back and I will let you watch me work through some of this process. Okay. All right, I have all of my pieces. And so now the trick is to glue it down. Yeah, and I won't do this real time. I will put you on fast forward so you can watch it, but it is interesting because once you start gluing things, your hands get a little sticky and they kind of turn into a little bit of a mess, but you can do it. I know you can. So let's talk about glue. You can use either just Elmer's school glue, like that's totally fine. I'm pretty sure everybody has Elmer's school glue in their home. Just use it sparingly. It's pretty watered down, so you can get bubbles. I mean, if you've all used school glue before, so you've all experienced the bubbling and kind of the little warpy. That's because there's a lot of water in it. So this is a student elementary glue. You could use glue stick, a little drier, a lot less water, so you won't get the bubbling and the puckering. So glue stick, any type of glue will work. So I will put you on fast forward again. I'm cutting out this little dragon. It was part of this little castle mountain thing. That's kind of their it's their Cambria's dragon logo. So anyway, I'm gonna put you on fast forward. You can watch me work through this. It's a lot of flipping and back and forth. So this is probably what's gonna take you the longest. So be right back. All right, so that was that. It probably took me, oh, I don't know, 6-8 minutes to glue everything down. I will say you want to put the glue on the paper. Like, I'll show you. So instead of, I want to glue this dragon down, instead of putting a big gob of glue right here, I'm going to put glue on the dragon. And that way, I don't have glue showing. There's a couple spots where I got a little sloppy with the glue and it shows. So we don't really want the gloppy glue showing. So now all that's left is to glue down my frame. And I left this loose because I want to kind of pop it in front a little bit. Maybe. There we go. Maybe I won't be able to. I glued it wrong. Oh, moved it down too far. Look at that. Well, I'm going to have to go over it then. No big deal. I thought it'd be kind of fun to pop it out in front, but I must have shifted just a tad bit. I could cut it a little bit, but that's right. Okay, so all that's left is to glue it down. Now I want to put glue on my pencil side because I don't want my pencil marks to show. I want that nice clean edge to be on this side. So, and make sure you get right to the edges when you're gluing. It can be tempting to just put glue in the center and not on the edges. We want to get everything, especially on the collage bit. We definitely want our glue to be all the way to the edges on those papers. All right, so I'm going to line it up there and there. As long as those two are lined up, everything else should be fine. Oh, look, I got glue on that side. Man. So, and then I'm going to put some glue all the way to my edges. Okay, and I lined up the edge right with that with the line of the spiral, that thing. Oh my goodness. All right, and then this one I got to be careful. I got to put it on the paper. I want to get right up to the edges. And that's that. See, I didn't get all my edges glued, and now I've got a gap. So I need to just get a little bit of glue in here. You perfectionists know what I'm doing. You know it. You know. You do the same thing. All right. And there's our project for the week. So, recap. We're doing it in our sketchbook. I will be giving you a black piece of paper and we'll cut out the frame in class probably. And then you're going to do a background. You are going to do a midground and you have to put in a foreground. They all need to be cut out, separate pieces. I will be able to tell, so don't think you're going to fool me by throwing in, you know, a cute little picture and think you're done. Nuh-uh. It's got to be collage. So, that's your assignment. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's lots of fun. So, have a great week, and I can't wait to see what you're tuning in. Bye.